Grand rising, grand afternoon, grand evening, or grand rest. Wherever you are, whenever you tune in. Multiversal Soul Familia. Welcome back. As dawn breaks, the earth continues to experience the subtle influences of recent solar activity. NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center indicated that geomagnetic storm levels have decreased to G1 minor levels, with further calming expected in the coming days. I don't know about you guys, but I sure do feel the difference when those coronal mass ejections occur, most especially when they are Earth direct. And no, this isn't just fantasy. It isn't my imagination. It isn't your imagination either if you feel a difference in your trifecta, in your triune, when we have these more abundant and intense solar storms. Whew, yes. Reminders. Our planet's dynamic relationship with the cosmos. The energy presents encouragement of introspection and the release of outdated patterns, paving the way for personal and collective transformation. And you'll be hearing about that often in these episodes until the energy in our orbit changes. So if you are one of those who thinks, well, gee, a lot of these episodes are sounding somewhat alike. Well, beloveds, and when I say beloveds, sir, ma'am, it is not a scam. It is, however, because, again, the energy in our environment, the energy in our orbit, hasn't changed significantly. Alright, now let's go on into the midday. Hey, 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 yeah. At midday, the sun reaches its zenith, casting a warm and illuminating light upon the earth. This period offers opportunity to align with the clarity and vitality the sun embodies. The residual geomagnetic activity continues to wane, allowing for a more stable, energetic environment. So, that much needed mental health day is presenting itself. That much needed quote unquote day off that no one obsessed with self-mastery and discipline even wants to acknowledge. That much needed daycation is on order. A time to focus on grounding practices, such as mindful breathing or connecting with nature, to harmonize with the earth's rhythms. Embracing the present moment can facilitate the integration of recent energetic shifts and support our personal growth. going on into the evening energy. Twilight, tranquility. As evening descends, the sky transitions into a tapestry of stars, inviting contemplation and connection with the greater universe. The geomagnetic conditions remain calm, providing a serene backdrop for reflection and rest. This tranquil period encourages the release of the day's tensions and the cultivation of inner peace. Engaging in gentle practices such as meditation or journaling can enhance self-awareness and foster a deeper understanding of one's journey. We have an aurora update. The celestial dances, we will call them. The recent geomagnetic activity has led to spectacular auroral displays across various parts of the globe. In North America, residents in states like Alaska, Oregon, and parts of the Midwest have reported vivid sightings of the northern lights. These natural phenomena serve as reminders of the interconnectedness of our planet within the broader cosmic tapestry, offering moments of awe and reflection. According to Australian Space Weather Forecasting Centre for the Bureau of Meteorology, no aurora notice is current on June 5th, 2025. Aurora alerts are issued when space weather activity favorable for viewing aurora is in progress. When an alert is current, the alert information indicates the latitudinal range in terms of high, middle, low, and equatorial regions where aurora may be visible under good observing conditions. All times are given in UT, which is similar to Greenwich Mean Time, or GMT. Aurora watches are warnings with lead times of up to 48 hours. They will only be issued in response to a significant solar coronal mass ejection or coronal hole likely to be geo-effective. Outlooks are warnings with lead times of 3 to 7 days, issued in response to presence of a large active solar region expected to rotate into a position that is favorable for CMEs. Similarly, for significant coronal holes, solar regions that maintain high levels of solar flare activity for sustained periods are rare. Now, dear ones, I do not typically share on the oceanic observations. However, when I was on NOAA, I did notice that there is a little bit more to explore in terms of updates. And so I saw a prediction by NOAA pertaining to 2025 Pacific hurricane season. And this may be good news for those along the Pacific. as the upcoming season is looking significantly less active. 30% chance of below normal tropical cyclone activity for the upcoming Central Pacific hurricane season, indicating a 50% chance of a near normal hurricane season and a 20% chance that it will be above normal. A near normal season has 4 or 5 tropical cyclones, which include tropical depressions, tropical storms, and hurricanes. This outlook is a guide to the overall seasonal tropical cyclone activity in the Central Pacific Basin and does not predict whether or how many of these systems will affect Hawaii. The Central Pacific hurricane season began on June 1st and runs through November 30th. November 30th is a very special day to me, but in terms of personal information, that's all you're going to get from me. Even though this is a season predicted to be less active, now is the time for residents and businesses to prepare for hurricane season. Now, the Atlantic hurricane season also began on June 1st and ends on November 30th. NOAA predicts a 60% chance of an above normal season, with forecasts of 13 to 19 named storms, including 6 to 10 hurricanes. And the first named storm of the season will be Andrea. And for those of you who are unaware, NOAA stands for National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration of the U.S. Department of Commerce. And I'd get, again, the Australian information from the Bureau of Meteorology, Australian Space Weather Forecast Center. Alright, now let's go ahead and move along with a bit more detail about the Atlantic season and basin. Okay, let's see. NOAA uses the most advanced weather models and cutting-edge hurricane tracking systems to provide Americans with real-time storm forecasts and warnings. With these models and forecast tools, we have never been more prepared for hurricane season. There was significant inland flooding last year with Helene and Debbie. The impacts of hurricanes can reach far beyond coastal communities, beloveds. As a reminder, we had hurricane weather in the Allegheny Mountains last year. But I am just the I am the mentioner, but also the messenger. Please, please, please do not pew pew the messenger. Alright. NOAA is critical for delivery of early and accurate forecasts and warnings and provides the scientific expertise needed to save lives and properties. Undergoing an upgrade expected to result in another 5% improvement of tracking. Back to the 2025 Atlantic Tropical Cyclone names. Andrea already being mentioned. We have Barry, Chantel, Dexter, Aaron with an E, Fernandad. Excuse me, that was Fernand, not Fernandad. Gabrielle, Humberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen. Ooh, we have a Karen in the house. A Karen in the house. Lorenzo, Melissa, Nestor, Olga, Pablo, Rebecca, with a K, Sebastian, Tanya, Van, and Wendy. Of those named tropical storms, 6 of which become hurricanes and 2 of which become major hurricanes. As an average Atlantic hurricane season, the stronger tropical system is, the longer it lasts, the more energy it accumulates for the seasonality. The average ACE for an Atlantic hurricane season is 122, according to NOAA. In the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season was the first season since '97 in which no tropical cyclones formed in August, and the first season on record to do so during a La Niña year. Alright, let's get away from these updates and draw this to a close. Sorry, not sorry, this is a long one. You should have grabbed your Skippy snacks. And you don't have to hide your cell phones when I'm around. Yes. Alright, let's bring in this anchoring transmission. A prayer of gratitude. Divine Source, Infinite Light, we stand in awe beneath your celestial tapestry, grateful for the dance of stars and the whisper of the wind. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the lessons woven into each moment, for the strength to grow and the courage to change. May our hearts remain open, our spirits aligned, guided by love, anchored in peace. In gratitude, we walk the path you've illuminated, embracing the mystery, trusting the journey. So it is, so it is, so it is, and so it shall be. So be it. And that is our message for this rising, midday, and evening of June 5th, 2025. I want to thank you so very much, Multiversal Soul Familia, for tuning in whenever you tune in, with much gratitude and appreciation from my heart chakra to yours. Brightest of blessings.